Infamously Bad Metal Albums Part 5. St. Anger is the 8th full-length record by Metallica and is one of the most famous misfires in the history of heavy metal. But does it deserve the bad rep? In 1981, I don't think Lars Ulrich ever thought to consider that putting an advertisement up in Los Angeles looking for bandmates to jam with would result in the creation of what is arguably the biggest metal band ever to grace the planet. Metallica are a household name not just in metal but in music as a whole, with many of their greatest hits becoming globally recognised for both the best and worst reasons. But all good things must come to an end, and following the divisive dad rock albums Load and Reload, St. Anger would release to show Metallica's growing tensions and emotions and let it bleed into the music. Departed from Metallica, stating that playing the music he loves is destroying him, and James Hetfield had also just entered rehabilitation for alcoholism and, well, other stuff. The band's internal struggles would fuel the fire behind St. Anger for better or worse, as not only was this a drastic change from the iconic thrash they were known for, but also the southern influence that they were rocking on the Load albums. And well, what happens when the world's biggest band makes such a drastic change in sound? An album that was quick to be deemed by fans the worst album ever. As for my thoughts, well, St. Anger is a long-ass album, clocking out a whopping 75 minutes. And whilst Metallica have debatably always had a bit of a length issue, this problem is intensified on St. Anger, as there's famously a complete lack of soloing and little movement within the songwriting. Whilst the lyrics do accurately convey the anger and emotions felt by Hetfield, I can't realistically say they're written very well, and the band have admitted that they didn't do many takes of his performance either. So that ends up with Hetfield sounding pissed off and raw, but kind of flat at the same time. And finally, the elephant in the room is Lars Ulrich's famous tin can snare. Listen, I'm all for a twangy ping twang snare in my music, especially in genres like slam and gore grind, but here it just sounds so completely out of place, and it's so overbearing in the mix. It's hard to try and enjoy these songs when it sounds like I've got a loose keg in my ear. Does St. Anger really deserve the bad rep though? I'd say not entirely. Whilst I do enjoy a couple of tracks here and there from this record, it's really hard to defend the decisions that were taken musically. But I do super respect the passion, energy and emotions that went into the final recording, and honestly, I don't see a multiverse where this album doesn't exist as a culmination of all the stress and infighting that the band were going through. It's a display of raw emotion, even if it does kinda suck. What album should I cover next?